Fox 55's Drew Fry live at Fort Wayne's 122nd Fighter Wing. Finally got off the plane. I know he was crewed. He was there on the ground for a little bit, finally able to get off to talk a little bit more about the trip. Drew.
Yeah, Chris, well, as you can see, I'm back in Fort Wayne now. I'm back here on the Fort Wayne Fighter, or the Air Base. But just being a part of that trip, I mean, I'll tell you, that was absolutely amazing to see all of these veterans in action. We got to, I was on this plane just a few hours ago. I was on a plane with more than 80 veterans and in Washington, D.C., as these veterans made stops at multiple war memorials, at the Air Force Memorial, and also making stops at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. And it all started with an early morning flight to Reagan Airport. You can see that on your screen as dozens of people in D.C. greeted the veterans. They got off the plane to applause and cheering. This group featuring 4 World War II veterans, as well as veterans in the Korea and Vietnam Wars and the Cold War as well. Some even said that they recognized the names of the fallen soldiers that were written there on the walls.
You can feel the electricity in the room and the excitement of everybody coming in, and the veterans and guardians are so looking forward to this flight. We haven't flown for 2 years, so we're trying to play a little catch up. So this is our second flight this spring, so we're excited to be back flying.
Yeah, and as you just heard, that atmosphere was absolutely electric. The 4 World War II veterans, a couple of them even 96 years old, and as I mentioned earlier, you know, veterans from all over the Cold War, Desert Storm, in the Iraqi conflict, all making this trip onto the honor flight. So now, I needed to make sure that you all know to stay tuned tomorrow, because that's when I'm going to have this full story. I'm going to have multiple profiles on the people that you saw in that video and their experiences. That's, you know, that's the true point of the story. So I talked to one World War II veteran, 96 years old, who was making his first trip to these war memorials. And I also talked to someone ranging on the complete other end of a younger veteran, an Air Force veteran, who is on the honor flight board and is making his 33rd trip this week. Reporting live in Fort Wayne, I'm Drew Fry, Fox 55 News.